What's up, everybody? This is Connor from Citizens. We're here in the beautiful Riviera Theater in Charleston, South Carolina. And we just wanted to do a quick little show you behind the scenes, a little rig rundown, some of the gear that we use out on tour. So we're gonna start with my world. We can start with the guitars. These are my the two I brought out with me this time. This is my trusty Gretsch Silverjet from 1993, the same year yours truly was born. I've had her for a long time. Got some pictures of my family on the back, my wife. Yeah, I love this guitar, and I don't take it out much with me anymore because it's so special, but I wanted to bring it out for this run. Then I also have this Jazzmaster that I bought in Tokyo last year, which was a great find. I always was looking for one with a matching headstock, so sounds awesome. Also has my wife on the back. She's with me everywhere I go. So the guitars come into my massive pedal board here. Just humongous. So much going on. In all seriousness, I used to use a big boy, but I just decided one day that it's more fun to just simplify and use a little less. So I really don't have a ton going on. I got some reverbs and color effects and the old DL4 that I use for a lot of like delay oscillation, and I just kind of crank this knob around and make it go. Kind of the main part of the rig though is the HX Stomp. This has all the presets for our set in order, so I pretty much just scroll through, and then I have this little switcher that goes through the snapshots, so for like verse, chorus, bridge kind of thing. Has all the presets in there with all the various delays, reverbs, choruses, pitch effects, anything like that. So this is really the workhorse of the rig, and then a couple overdrives, and then instead of real amps, me and Zach both use this Walrus Audio ACS1 as our amp. They sound really cool, and we're using the York Audio IRs instead of the stock ones, but they sound really cool. In the house, they sound like amps, so we figure save some space and just go with these. So shout out Walrus Audio, shout out Fox Pedal, Maris, Line 6. MIDI Baby is for preset to preset as well as tuner. So there's the board. I'm also using this Korg mini log to do some various synth and keys stuff. It's sort of like analog meets digital because it has presets, but it kind of runs as an analog synth, and you can just throw them around. Obviously mine is super beat up, but that's okay because they're kind of built for that. Yeah, so I just have little bits and bobs that I do throughout the set on here. Yeah, that's the instruments, and then we have playback land over here, and this is where a lot of our playback and tracks are coming from that I have set up in an Ableton session, and along with time code for the lighting rig. And then I use AbleSet to control all that, and I use my phone to fire tracks as well. It's all connected via our little network here, and it gets pretty intense and nerdy, so I'll just leave it at that. But this is yeah, this is kind of a going every night and kind of supporting us. We're only a 3-piece this run, so this kind of helps us fill out a little bit. Yeah, that's about it from my world. Hope that was entertaining. Let's go to Adam Scatula in Drumland.
Hey, I'm Adam. Welcome to this drum rig rundown. It's pretty simple over here in Drumland. We've got a 70s Slingerland kit that we love so much and goes with us everywhere we go. I've loved Istanbul cymbals for a long time. So we've got a 15-inch traditional light hi-hat, 22-inch dark traditional. It's actually a ride that we use as a crash. And then everybody always asks about the big 26-inch AGOP ride, which just is so cool. It's super versatile. I think I always just really like versatility, especially with cymbals. Just a lot of ping and a lot of crash, and that stuff is always great. So got this big fat snare drum that helps us a lot. And I've always played Vic Firth 55A sticks. So like a lot of DW hardware, the 5000 pedal. We actually have a 2000 today, but usually just have a 5000. And anything else worth saying, you guys? Oh, and we have the SPD. The SPD, especially for the new stuff. A lot of fun sounds on the SPD. So that is all. Go Raiders.
Okay, so I play everything through my ASAT Classic GNL. Got this in 2004. It's been with me all along. It's my only electric guitar, which is silly, I know, but I love it and it's my favorite. I'm not much of a pedal guy. I've had a few over the years. I'm always looking for a particular sound. Like I've always been pretty into just like, I have a 67 Pro Reverb at home, Fender Pro Reverb, and I just love the reverb on it. I love the way the amp breaks up. And so I try and just get something that sort of reminds me of that. So I'm using this ACS as sort of my amp, if you will. And I've got some Fender Deluxe Reverb presets in here that I really like. And then over to this Magnifica, which is by Fox Pedal, which is no longer a pedal company. Fun little story. We were playing in Louisville like actually last fall, and I got to meet his daughter. She was going to college and she came to our show. And she was telling me that she remembered when her dad made this for us, so that was pretty sweet. It's my favorite. It's probably my favorite guitar pedal. It's got a very unique sound, and I use it very specifically with this sort of like whiny reverb thing. And then recently, I added to the family this Chroma console. I just don't like a lot of things. I'm very simple, and so I like this. This is sort of like an analog multi-effects pedal, and with a lot of cool settings in there if you're familiar. And I use a lot of different stuff in this thing, a lot of presets that are pretty fun. So it's a good time. It's not always the best live sort of pedal, but I think I've got it pretty dialed now to where it works pretty good. And then for my acoustic, I have a 1965 J-50. Originally when I bought it, it had a different bridge on it that was adjustable, and it was terrible. A lot of people have this issue, so I replaced that, put a different one on there, but otherwise it's the same guitar. It's my favorite guitar. It's a very dark sort of sound. Needs to be tuned. But it's a really sweet instrument that I record on every record, and it's been with me for a lot of years now. And I never change the strings. That's another fun fact about me. I never change guitar strings unless they break. Which I know for like a true guitar player, you want to throw something at the screen right now. But I just have always found changing strings a little unnecessary, personally. I like the sound of an older, darker thing. I don't like new things, so this is an old guitar, it deserves old strings. That's my rig rundown, baby.
Also wanted to give a shout out to LSL guitars. They made me these really awesome pickups for my Jazzmaster, and I've been using them all tour, and they are awesome. They're awesome folks, and they really did some hard work and collaboration with me to get them exactly how I wanted them. So shout out LSL. They also make these pedals. I'm using their Lucid Overdrive. It's kind of a Klon vibe. Yeah, and then all of us in the band use 64 audio ears as our monitoring, and they're great. So shout out 64 Audio.